Okay. Little late. Better late than never. Made sure to get that meditation in though. We're at 955 seconds. We're getting close to 960 is a whole minute, I think. I don't know if that's 17 minutes or 16 minutes. It's one of those two. I don't recall. 16 minutes. We're getting near 16. All right. I was hoping that today. Oh, so I guess the other thing is I'm a little beat, a little overwhelmed, but we keep going. But very fittingly, this was the idea for a topic of today. A discussion of how I could use resources to further the development of the channel while maintaining my everyday efforts. Okay. I am a okay, I have been. What should I do? Should I give it the whole thing? Okay. I have been streaming on Twitch for the past year and a half. I am working on a document that aims to yo, thank you for this spiffy jacket. On a document that aims to. It's been a long day, Onion Helmet. A little tired, but we gotta power through. We gotta power up. All right, I can't believe I followed the stream for 6 years already. Man, it's been a long 6 years. Maybe I fell asleep one night and hibernated for a while. Okay. That aims to help people with their lives. Around 5 months ago, I started. Oh, actually, I should mention. This is not my full-time gig. I have a 9 to 5. So, usually, I stream for a couple hours after work. Okay, that's the first thing. Around 5 months ago, I started... okay, now I should give it a little more background. Yeah, we want to give it the I think we should give it the introduction. Is this the introduction? Yes, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I attached the introduction that gives like a rundown, gives an overview of what the document will cover. To be clear, I'm trying to make it as comprehensive as possible. So this will be a gargantuan effort. Okay. Next, we got. All right, about 6 months ago, I finished a draft of part 1 of that document. About 4 months ago, I started posting, editing / posting content on my YouTube. I found that the more time / effort I put into the YouTube content, the less time I have to learn / work on other stuff. About a month ago, I started working on part 2 of the document. This is going to involve the most significant bout of learning in this entire process, I think, as I have to learn about a ton of topics well enough that I can package a practical story for readers. All right. The tricky part. Okay, so no, I should just keep it there. So I am conflicted where I don't have a ton of extra time and I need to both learn / write while also while also consider channel growth. I should have mentioned that. I could just start talking about that now. I've had a couple videos do somewhat well, and now I have approximately 200 subs on YouTube. I have approximately 80 followers on Twitch with an average of, I don't know, about 6 views per stream. Live viewers per stream. Okay, what else? What do we have to ask? What's the ask? Oh, I missed something. I can't believe it. Okay, never mind. I didn't miss something. All right, what's the question here? A discussion of how I could use resources to further the development of the channel while maintaining my everyday efforts. Okay. So, I want to discuss how I can strategically... What am I saying? Strategically go about this. I have, while I hope to transition to doing this full time, I think it would be unwise for me to do that right now. I would like to store more in emergency funds so that I don't have to replace my income before making the switch. Like, I don't know, 30% I would be happy with, but maybe even less than that. If there was like upwards growth in this channel, I think 20%. All right, so I don't have to replace my income before making the switch. B, it's not looking great for my country / economy in the next year or so. All right. That said, I do want to leverage money in any way that I can, provided it's not too costly. specifically for okay, you know what, I should have mentioned something here. There are many things besides what I am currently juggling that need to get done for this channel to grow. Okay. Do you want to leverage money in any way that I can, provided it's not too costly, specifically for for allowing me to keep to maintain the learning content grind while still progressing, improving, updating, etc. the channel brand. Okay, let's just see where that brings us. Balancing my priorities. Defining financial needs. All right. Yeah, the question is, like, should I check out, what is it, Fiverr? Fiverr? Okay, we got Canva jobs. Hell yeah. Graphic design, illustration, logo design, web design, virtual assistant jobs, lead generation jobs, chat support, cold calling jobs, content moderation jobs, AI app development jobs, chatbot development jobs, ethical hacking jobs, machine learning jobs, OpenAI. I'm contacting Dom right now so he can align the universe to get you a few thousand views. It's not the views that I need. It's the time. No, it's what I need. I need yeah. What am I actually looking for here? We really need to organize, like, what needs to happen. Like, a few things. I need to get a better not backdrop. What's the word? I need to get a better overlay here that allows us to have the topic of the day on screen. I think that's the most important thing I could possibly do in order to increase the amount of people that stay here once they come in. Because, or not only just stay here, but also, like, this needs to act as effectively a thumbnail. So, like, when we talk about YouTube thumbnails, it's really important that you have the face, usually on YouTube, but also it's important that you have the topic. So, yeah, that is an impossible task, even for the most talented sages. Well, an impossible task to what? Make a overlay? The secrets of the universe shall reveal when the black hedgehog maintains the golden goose. The golden egg shall be on the precipice. Is this from a book? The golden egg. So we don't, like, another thing is it's not that we want or need growth, like, immediately. I don't think we should rush that, because I'm still, like, as I keep saying, I'm still in my Batman Begins phase. I need to learn a lot more. I need to add a lot more. Oh, to stop time. I see. So I think it's really, we need more preparation for when, for the overnight success. So, okay. You know what? Maybe I should say something like that. To be clear, I'm not trying to rush growth, there is still much for me to learn / prepare before the overnight success. No, I don't want to say it now. I want to say it later. Before then, I want to prepare as well as I can for the eventual overnight success. Okay. Should I just gut all this single source content strategy synergy? Like you view that and making content, YouTube content, as two separate tasks. This is the primary friction point. Yeah. How much is video editing? Because that would solve all the problems, right? Per video. Ooh. That's kind of steep. But 10 to 20 hours. See, if I was Naval, I would say I should value my time pretty highly. But I'm not Naval. Thumbnails is easy. That's not bad. Use your funds to turn your long-form YouTube videos into shorts / TikToks. You can hire a clipper or use AI-driven tools to slice your content. That might be the way to go. Maybe I edit a bunch of like. No, I should be able to do this. See, the problem is I want to do it. Like I also want to do the editing. It's a parody of the WoW copy pauses in Chinese. Apparently, a bunch of Chinese players would translate their raid commands, and it'd be stuff like White Shadowcaster, Improved Dark Magic, Mana Fountain, Dog Staff Priority. Wow. It's what's funny is like there's not even like a need to obscure, right? Like it's usually you're not giving any information out that's like. The problem is money. If you had enough money, you wouldn't need to work. It could promote your content without worrying about your job or about funding. Oh, that is true. Something Karl Marx. Yeah, I mean, it does come down to money. It's just that there's like this weird issue where I don't know if we can get that money without getting significant amounts of growth, and I don't know if we're ready to get that much growth. And yeah, like I think there's still preparations to be had. So maybe we just had to like write all this stuff out. What does this say? Okay. Studio versus stage. Streaming for 6 years is currently a loss leader on your time. Oh, look at this. It's convincing me not to stream. Takes energy away from the document on YouTube. However, you can reframe switch to serve the document. All right, these are all production. Production? Right. Okay, we need to write this stuff in. I'm not trying to rush growth. There is still much for me to learn. I want to prepare as much as for the eventual overnight success. My streams are all productive, right? Are mostly productive, involving research, writing, learning of some sort that will help me significantly. All right. One issue I have in mind is that, what did I just say? Is that more money would obviously help me because it allows me to work on this full time. However, the amount of money that would necessitate the switch would involve a lot more growth than I think the channel and I am ready for. but this could all just be in my head. Okay. I know a few guys from the Gulf Arab states. Yeah? All right, what do we got? Strategic roadmap for part 2. You mentioned part 2 requires a significant amount of learning. This is a dangerous territory for a creator because it looks like inactivity to the algorithm. Don't wait to finish part 2. Break part 2 into micro topics. Right. This is what we're doing. YouTube editing. Outsource immediately. All right, let's run this. Okay, hire freelancers. Fine. Oh, this is fine. This is I'm gonna work. I don't want that. I want to hire the freelancers, right? Cold callers, content moderators, lead generation specialists, personal assistants, virtual assistants, automation, chatbot, computer vision. Okay, we don't want that. We could get some developers. We could get some software developers. We can get some animators, video editors, voice actors, graphic designers, illustrators, logo designers. Our logo's perfect. Don't even worry. UX designers, web designers, digital marketers, email marketers. We don't need any of this. Google Ads experts. We might want that. Social media managers. I don't think I care about that. All right, animators, even though I should. Animators, audio editors, music producers. Okay, we already went through this. Book editors, content writers. Can you write a document for me? Copywriters, email copywriters, ghost writers. Yo, we gotta check out the ghost writers. Explore more. Book a consultation. What are we booking the consultation for? Oh. What is this? Legal? Legal? They donate like 100 subs to WoW streamers. I'm sure some will be down. Well, that's the goal. We have to find the money man who will come in here and, you know, change our lives. All right. I don't know if any of this is necessary. Okay. Oh, these are all different sections. Finance. We don't need finance, except at some point we're going to need some sort of legal, actually. Crowdfunding specialists. Crowdfunding? What is that all about? Fundraise consult. Okay. Business management. Ew. All right, we got to get out of here. This is disgusting. Okay, structural energy engineers. That would be kind of cool. Floor plan. All right, lighting, urban. Okay, CAD drawings, no. Engineering, we only need software. Other. Excel, no. Machine learning, no. Mathematicians. Math tutor job, no. Legal, HR, oh, legal. I don't think I would get my legal from, oh, why am I at Upwork now? Is Fiverr, oh my gosh, I didn't even click on Fiverr. What am I doing? We were on the wrong site the entire time. I don't even trust these guys. Fiverr versus Upwork. Fiverr is great for quick, small creative tasks with prepackaged gigs featuring a simple interface but a flat 20% fee, while Upwork suits larger, long-term projects with a proposal-based system offering lower tiered fees down to 5% and advanced tools, though requiring more effort to find jobs. Okay, choose Fiverr for fast, specific needs like logo design or quick edits. Choose Upwork for complex web development or ongoing marketing campaigns. I was going to ask that, but I thought surely Stan knows the website, which website to use. Yeah, no, I'm not that far ahead. I'm looking to hire. Why are they? This has to be AI. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking this is AI. All right. Okay, let's do the actual stuff before we get into there. Okay, this is a complex balancing act, but you're in a stronger position than it feels. You have a builder archetype. You're building a product and a media brand, blah, blah, blah. The conflict you feel that YouTube production eats into the learning time required for part 2 of your document is a central bedrock, bottleneck. I should have mentioned that, like, this isn't the case. I've chosen learning over the content. Here's a strategic approach to balancing your 9 to 5, your gargantuan writing project, and your channel growth. I didn't even post the thing? Oh, no, I did. Okay. Reframing the workflow, documentation over creation. You mentioned that part 2 involves the most significant bout of learning. Currently, you view learning and content creation as... Okay, this is going to... If you wait until you've fully mastered a topic to make a video, you will burn out. Instead, adopt a research scientist persona. Yeah, the issue is that I only want to make like videos on things that I find like really interesting, at least currently. I mean, I guess I could just be one of those everyday, you know, this is what dopamine does to your blah, 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 blah. But I try to find like the interesting angle, and I feel like that requires that I know a ton, but you know, maybe it doesn't. So we got to consider that. Also, we could just maybe make, like, I think the way to go about this is to make the stream content be the cell via short form. So maybe I'll pitch that. How about this? During my streams, I pretty much explain what I'm writing, and whenever there's an interesting tidbit, my understanding is that short form is the real growth mechanism, not necessarily the money maker, but that's fine because it leads to more live viewership in theory, which I think is the moneymaker, unless I get like a Patreon. I don't know. That's another thing. One of these days we have to actually go into like what is the most ethical slash efficient slash viewer pro mechanism for monetization, because I would want to be pretty careful about monetization in general. I don't want to just do everything. Like I don't know, like why do we even need ads in these? Why do I have to be an affiliate at all? Can we not just, is there a rule around this? Is Twitch like gutting my growth potential because I'm not affiliate? If you wait until you have fully mastered a topic to make a video, you will burn out. Instead, adopt. Okay, we already did that. We talked about that. Leverage money back post-production time. To maintain the learning content grind, since your time is the scarcest asset, do not spend money on ads or gear. Spend money to remove the tasks that do not require your specific intellect. You are the writer and the person. Okay, but I'd also want to be the editor. Hire a video editor. Okay, maybe I should look into this. Editing a high quality YouTube video can take 10 to 20 hours. If you can pay a freelancer to take your raw footage and B-roll and assemble the cut, you buy back 10 hours a week for the part 2 learning curve. Hire a short form clipper. There are likely 3 to 5 golden nuggets of insight in every stream. Oh, thank you. Use a service to comb your VODs, clip them into vertical shorts, and post them. I don't want like rot though, you know. This needs to actually be the good stuff. And my concern is that, not to toot my own horn, but my concern is that like an editor's not going to know what the good stuff is. And when I say that, it's really more so what they wouldn't know what I would think is bad stuff, which unfortunately I have a decently high standard. All right, invest in research tools that speed up your ingestion of information for part 1 or part 2. Well, what do you think we're doing here? All right, strategic part 2 execution. So practical strategies for identifying and achieving our goals. This is the most marketable part of your document. Yep, it is, of course. Do not wait to finish part 2 to publish it. Release it in modules on your stream. Yep, if a chapter in part 2 is about decision making under uncertainty, make sure your theme, okay. That your theme for the month, make that your theme for the month on YouTube. We already have our monthly themes. All right, researching decision matrices live, how I'm building a decision framework. Okay, write the chapter. Oh, I could always do that. I could always do the following along type of content. The, hey, we're doing this type of content. Not the, this is done and here's a thing that you get. So this ensure like it might be good content for someone who wants to just follow the progress. This ensures that every hour you spend on YouTube directly advances the document, removing the conflict of interest. All right, should I get all these? Also, I like the idea of making content catered to people who are interested in following along with the process / progress. So I'm wondering if there are ways I can structure the stream such that this is easy to talk about / edit afterwards. Talk about during stream in some standardized way / edit afterwards. That might be it. Maybe we get a little standardization to these streams. I open up with a little spiel about what's going on, and then we can make that a topic, a video. Download League and do something bombastic, and then when it seems like you're about to do a flip or flip the table, you do a transition into talking about the document. So am I marketing the video as League as a League clip? First of all, also League is downloaded. I've been playing a little bit with friends after the stream recently, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pop off. I could always just become a League streamer. That's the other thing. I've never played ranked at any level. Like I think I was only been bronze, so maybe I could just we could do a road to becoming pro. I don't know. But the problem is, in order to get good at League, you have to like study. You have to study other champions. You gotta. It's too much. League players are the people who need this document the most. True. True. Another issue we're gonna have, especially with this practical stuff, is like Dr. K is just a better product right now. You know, like when we're on part 1 stuff, you know, I think I can hold my own and more. But when we're on part 2 stuff, like I think that we are just way out of our league. So that's why I feel weird making like a generic video on this topic. Like we'd have to make it interesting in some way, which is what I try to do on stream. Like I try to like, you know, go in the crazy direction on stream, and that can often be pretty fun. Like there's still so much content from past streams that I am like writing down that we need to make content from. Such as like the morality framework Survivor. I thought that was a lot of fun. And then yeah, I feel like perhaps now making those edited videos is not the MO, but I could be wrong about that. So I'm wondering if if there are ways I can structure the stream such that this is easy to talk about during stream in some standardized ways. Okay. Also, I am hesitant to work on longer on scripted videos that don't share an exact script with the document, because that just takes a lot of time, and unfortunately the document is really geared to be more explanatory and descriptive than YouTube videos often require in order to be optimally stimulating. That said, we could always just put what's that game called? Surfers, Subway Surfers on top, and you know, now it is. Okay. The Twitch strategy, the open studio. You have 6 hours. This is actually perfect for the studio writer's room format. Don't perform if you try to be an entertainer. What do you think I'm trying to do here? The pivot. Treat Twitch exactly as your accountability anchor. You are there to work. The viewers are there to keep you company and offer occasional feedback. The board meeting, once a week. Dedicate a stream to reviewing the document progress. All right. Let's just do it once a day, right? Or should we do a state of the channel, like a State of the Union once a week? State of the Onion. Oh man, that's some of my best work. It's because we are, as a community, we are layered. All right, managing the overnight success and risk. You're wise to keep the 95, especially given your economic concerns. The overnight success usually happens when the backlog of quality content meets a sudden algorithm spike. By the time one of your videos goes viral, you want to have a library of content that clearly leads back to the document. You mentioned wanting to transition full-time eventually. The most robust way to do this is not just AdSense, but the document itself eventually. Could aspects of the document be a course, a paid community, a book? I don't know. Let's not go that far. By building the document public, you're building the waiting list of customers who try. Okay, the document's public. By the way, the document is public, and always will be. Summary. Okay, is there any idea that I had in this discussion that I didn't write down? And I think there was. Documentation over creation. Lastly, I also want to consider complementary tasks that we could discuss in conjunction with the main stuff. For example, overlay, animations, software, etc., that can elevate the experience. Yeah, and like honestly, you know, just the things I've talked about in the past, I think could do a lot to the experience here. Such as the little stand running or trying to push something up a hill. That might be the Fiverr task. That might be a good Fiverr test. Pay like $100-200 to get someone to just write out this this whole thing, the whole script, the whole kit and caboodle. Or we just, you know, we have two different things. We have someone do all the animation, and then we have someone do the software for it. This is a smart pivot. Since you have a 9 to 5, your content cannot be a second job. It must be the exhaust of your primary job, learning and writing the document. Since the document is public and your mission is to help people navigate life, you don't need to sell a product. You need to sell the journey and the utility of the document. Here's a strategy to structure your stream to generate short-form content and YouTube updates without writing a separate script, along with the technical setups to support it. The stream structure, the sandwich method. To avoid extra work, structure the stream so that the content creation happens naturally at the beginning and the end, with deep work in the middle. The daily stand-up. Prime short form territory. Start the stream with a specific intention. Today I'm tackling the chapter on decision paralysis. I'm trying to... Okay. Let's start this. I like the idea of having a topic for the day. I already reflect this in my my calendar, and calendar title intro. That said, I would like it to be more clear for a viewer first entering the stream to know exactly what we are doing. Another crazy idea I had is that it is possible for me to host some sort of NVIDIA transcription mechanism on my computer while I stream. Then I could have a server running that allows people in chat to do exclamation point summary or something like that, and that would take the transcript so far, create a summary. Actually, what I would do is probably every so many seconds I would have the server generate a summary based on what's happened so far and cache that, so that whenever someone puts in exclamation point summary, they get the cached summary. That way anyone who comes in could just kind of see exactly what happened so far in the stream. And then also we could have obviously some we could even work in a recurring summary bot that says like what's been happening recently. That might be really cool. I just don't know how hard that's going to be. To know exactly what we're doing, I was thinking a overlay as an easy option here, and then perhaps have a space where I can live update notes or a title, live update markdown formatted notes or a / title. That OBS, what's the word for like not overlay, that OBS adds to the view, on top. All right, that's the one thing. That's this seems relatively easy. The hard mode of that would be to have some... No, I'm not even going to describe it. We could do that later. Just chatting scene with your camera full screen, document outline, or 50-50. What about having it really small like I am doing right now? Yeah, the other thing I want to know is like how hard is it actually to see my screen on Twitch? like, I guess you could read that pretty easily, especially full screen. You can, oh, it's like, it's literally just the same, but like if you're on mobile, is this just impossible to see? Can I do it? Yeah. That's a little bit of a problem. Trying to put my phone over it. So my phone's somewhat large, and this is still pretty huge. Or I'm sorry, this is still pretty small. Okay. All right, we got the daily stand-up. Seems relatively easy. Oh, I see. This is a different scene, right? This is the scene where we're going full screen and I'm actually explaining things. I guess I could do that. I could just have a separate scene. I did get one of these bad boys. I should actually use it to switch scenes. Record this segment locally at high quality, vertical resolution if possible, or 4K landscape to crop later. I can't change that though, midstream. Oh, actually I can, okay, never mind. I could record this locally at a different rate, right? I could do a start recording, and which I think I do already. Is there like a recording? I'm not sure if I get the opportunity to change the... I don't think so, because I think it's based on my scene, not my scene, but my like my it might be the scene and the profile. It's based on my scene and profile, so that might not work. Start the stream with a specific intention. Right, I'm trying to figure out why we freeze when we have too many choices. The deep work blocks, 45 to 60-minute intervals. Yeah, that could be my shtick. It could just be we're gonna deep dive into something during the day, and that's gonna be the thing to watch that I edit. You are researching slash writing, and maybe we have it so that only a couple days of the week are gonna be those types of streams. Perhaps I have this type of daily update. No, have it. I think we only need a single major State of the Union once a week that I can make a video on. Or make a video of. Then perhaps I cater a couple days in the week to be specific. Actually, no, I don't want to make it. I don't want to say it's always going to be this. The deep work blocks, 45 minutes to 60 minutes in intervals. You are researching, writing. When you hit that interesting tidbit you mentioned, do not just say it. Stop. Switch to full camera scene. Take a... Okay, we're not doing this. Say the insight clearly and concisely as if talking to a friend, then switch back to work. If you use a Stream Deck, hell yeah. Hit a replay buffer hotkey or a marker key so you can find this timestamp instantly later. Oh, I do have the access, or I have the opportunity to do that now. Where do the replay buffers show up? That's my question. All right, I should write that down. Replay buffer. All right, so far we got overlay, replay buffer on Stream Deck. We've got scene switching. also on Stream Deck. The Explain Like I'm 5 recap, last 15-minute YouTube video fodder. Okay. Instead of writing a YouTube video script, use the end of your stream to summarize what you wrote in the document, but explain it like I am 5. That could just be part of the video, right? Your verbal summary will naturally be more causal, energetic, and stimulating because you're summarizing it for a live audience. Maybe, maybe not. If you do this well, you can cut this 15-minute segment, then throw some B-roll or text overlays on it, and is your YouTube video. Solving the scripting issue. You are right to avoid writing 2 scripts. The document is the source of the truth. That's not my words. Your YouTube video should not replace the document. They should be the visual abstract for it. Write the section. Highlight the 3 boldest claims. On camera, read the bold claim, then look at the lens and ad-lib. Okay. I wonder, yeah, you know what? I wonder if there's a step that we could take from where we're at currently in the part 2 outline, which is really rough. Like, even for the sections that I have, like, generally lined out or planned out, like, this is pretty rough. Like, we could take an intermediate step, or intermediary step that is formatted well enough to make a video on the, not on what's in there, but the rationale. So it would be something like format for rationale. And feedback, right? Like, the goal would be to also get viewers on the YouTube videos to say, like, hey, you should include this. This is a topic you should say. And that would be something that I would obviously add. All right, complementary tasks. Elevating the production to make the stream more engaging and the post-production easier. Consider these technical additions. The mind map overlay. Since part 2 involves learning a lot of topics, visualizing connections is key. Use Obsidian, Miro, or Heptabase. Implementation. You have a dedicated screen area showing the web of concepts growing. It is visually satisfying for viewers to see the brain expanding in real time. It turns a boring writing stream into a building stream. How do you do a mind map in Markdown? I don't know if we need this. Maybe we do need some sort of high level note taking. What do we need? Are you asking, or oh, I have my assistant with me. Who's your assistant? Sam. Sam, is this an actual person? Have you procured a living being here? We need the advice. We need the secret to success. Vertical safe zone setup in OBS. Create a guide specifically for vertical cropping. Ensure your face and the highlighted text of the document fit within a 9:16 ratio in the center of your. This allows you to export the stream, crop the center, and have a short ready without moving assets around in editing software. Create a guide. You see, I would make shorts out of the other stuff. I wouldn't want to. change. I wouldn't want to change my scene for short filming. Ado Marker or similar plugins use a tool that allows you to press a button on your Stream Deck that sends a timestamp to a text file or Discord webhook labeled good clip. Okay, that's the replay buffer. Ado Marker. When you or an eventual editor sit down to make shorts, you don't scrub through a... Okay, I mean, we kind of have something better. We kind of have the... we have the transcription, and we get to ask when things happen, but we also want me to be able to say, like, oh, you know what, this is going to be cool, or I think what we just said there was really nice. Like, I wish that we make this a clip. So... the growth mechanism, reality check. You mentioned short form is the growth mechanism. This is generally true, but conversion is the hard part. Your shorts must explicitly mention the live aspect. I think it would be pretty obvious it's going to be live, but example call to action. Don't just say link in the bio. Say I'm writing this document on Twitch right now. Come help me figure out part 2. That's pretty cool, though. All right, since the document is public, use that as the ultimate lead magnet. I just finished the chapter on purpose. You can read the raw draft right now for free. Would you like me to outline a specific OBS scene list that accommodates this vertical first thinking? What else did I say? I don't know. I don't think I said much here. But I think I'm getting ideas down. Like, I'm just writing them down. Oh, I don't actually have an assistant. It was for, like, the scene. Oh, I see. That's unfortunate. We need all the help we can get. All right, moving to weekly State of the Union. State of the Onion for the YouTube upload relieves the pressure to produce a perfect educational videos every day, every few days. Turns your YouTube channel into a build log rather than a lecture series, which fits your current capacity perfectly. So this is like, yeah, we want a weekly. I like the idea of actually calling it State of the Onion. I know that's kind of a meme, but I think it's funny. And I think, has anyone done that? Someone's has to have done that, right? Yeah, okay, State of the Onion. Oh, this is like an actual book about a White House chef. Oh, this is a cozy mystery series. All right, that's fine. That's way different. That's way different. What do we have? State of the Onion. State of the Onion. Is no one else using State of the Onion? Julia Hoosie. Is anyone else except Julia Hoosie using the phrase State of the Onion for any reason? I mean, this could be one of those things where, like, I say State of the Onion, but I have always on the screen State of the Union, and I just never acknowledge it. It's one of those things where we just, like, starting now. It's just that. All right, what do we got? Yes, the phrase is actually quite common and has been used by several major organizations and communities long before the author. The Tor Project, online privacy. The Tor Project, onion routing for anonymity. They hold an annual virtual event called State of the Onion. All right, that's actually genius. Okay, we can't take it now. Damn. That's a bummer. That's such a great name for them. We should just call it State of the Community or something like that. Community update. An idea. Let her rip. There's no bad ideas. Larry Wall, the creator of the Perl programming language. This isn't as clever. But then again, like, what the only reason that ours is clever is because of the Resident Onion helmet. Linguistics and academia. Researchers in psycholinguistics. Yo! The phrase has been used in academic titles such as the paper The State of the Onion. Grammatical aspect modulates object representation during event comprehension. What is going on here? Yo, 2021? In this specific case, it was a clever title for a study that literally used images of chopped versus whole onions to test how human brains process language about changing states. This is right up our alley. All right, general political satire. Okay. All right, the present ERP study. What is ERP? Event representational? I don't know. Assessed whether grammatical aspect is used as a cue in online event comprehension, in particular when reading about events in which an object is visually changed, while perfective aspect cues holistic event representations, including an event's endpoint. Progressive aspect highlights intermediate phases of an event. In a 2x3 design, participants read SVO sentences describing a change of state event, for example, to chop an onion, with grammatical aspect manipulated. Perfective chopped versus progressive was chopped. Oh, I see. Thereafter, they saw a picture of an object either having undergone substantial state change, for example, a chopped onion, no state change, an onion in its original state, or an unrelated object, a cactus acting as a control condition. Their task was to decide whether the object in the picture was mentioned in the sentence. We focused on N400 modulation with ERP's time lock to picture onset. U-Pictures elicited an N400 response as expected, suggesting detection of categorical mismatches in object type. For SC and NSC pictures, a whole head follow-up analysis revealed a P300, implying people were engaged in detailed evaluation of pictures of matching objects. SC pictures received most positive responses overall. Crucially, there was an interaction of aspect and picture. SC pictures resulted in a higher amplitude P300 after sentences in the perfective compared to the progressive. Perfective was chopping. Progressive thus, while the perfective cued for a holistic event representation, including the resultant state of the affected object, constraining object representations online. The progressive defocused event completion and object state change. Oh, okay, wait. The progressive defocused event completion and object state change. Grammatical aspect thus guided online event comprehension. Okay, this whole thing was just, does a word do two different ways of describing something change what people infer? And the answer is of course. But this is pretty cool. All right, we don't need to spend more time here, unfortunately. Okay, call it the docs report, and it's just about the document. What about the doc report? I guess he would always say the doc or the docs. People will fill in thinking we're talking about Dr. Robert Brandom or something like that. The docs report, but with a thumbnail of the doc. Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, probably wouldn't help us out there. Although I bet he's got viewers today, right? Or is he fallen off? I think at least Americans have shown that they don't really care if someone does that type of behavior, provided that they are funny. So, of course he's got viewers. Yep. All right. This is a great refinement. Moving to weekly State of the Union for the YouTube upload relieves the okay, I already read this, right? No? Yes? Oh, okay, yeah, I started. The live context overlay. Since you want Markdown formatting, the easiest way to do this without writing custom CSS code for a browser source is to simply window capture a dedicated writing app. right? The heads up display concept, create a dedicated stream status note in your writing app. Top section, right, the current focus. Yep, this is easy. This is all easy stuff. How to implement an OBS. Capture only that specific no. Okay, this is all easy. Let's chill out here. Oh, and to crop out the window Chrome. Oh. Should I be doing this? What am I doing right now? Alt? Nope, that's... what? How did that happen? What is this? Okay, that's why, because that's not even my window capture. What is going on here? Display capture is what I want. And then this makes it smaller, right? But if I were to hold Alt, what happens? Wow. Oh, this is nice. Okay, this changes the game. We can do that. But how much do I really want to get rid of? I kind of like having shown my... yeah, I don't know why this is even... Yeah, we don't have to show the bottom here. The problem is now the screen isn't the right size. But that's not going to matter, right? All right. Oh yeah, that doesn't matter. Well, okay, it's not going to matter once we actually can fill up that space. Oh, come on. Come on. No, I want... Oh. Oh, do I not get the, any type of... That's a bummer. Yeah, we might just want to wait until we have an overlay to actually get rid of that space. Oh shit. All right, it's good to know that we can mess around with that. There's really not much we want to cut off. I mean, I guess I could literally cut off, like, how much is everything under, like, how much is this really helping us? Like, should I not just have it there? Should we have the tabs? Do the tabs matter? Like, if I just did that, are we, like, locked in now? It's pretty nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, the question would be is, like, does this extra space allow us to get, like, once the, if we're going to use an overlay, then we're going to lose space. Like, the entire window capture is going to have to be smaller. So in order to make the window capture, or the text larger, it might be utilitarian to get rid of margins that aren't needed. But we'll have to see. We'll have to figure that one out. I'm not sure how to go about that. Another thing I could do, I'm not sure how this is going to work. I could have scenes that just pertain to one of these chromes, so that if we are reading something intently, I can switch to that. But I don't know how difficult that is, given the fact that I'm using technically different Chrome windows every day. It'd be like a 10% increase. There's only one preset anyway, and the text is all right. There's only one preset. What do you mean by one preset? Oh, 1080p. Right, but like once I have a overlay in there, I could really make my screen be whatever size I want it to be. In a sense. But I guess 1080p still has to be the width. But if I wanted more space up top, then I would have to cut margins. Okay. Virtualizing where we are, the progress bar. Since this is a gargantuan. Okay, new viewers need to see where the current topic fits into the massive picture. Oh, this is true. The map overlay. Create a static graphic that stays on screen permanently in the corner. How do we do this? Part 3, live it. Okay. Why this helps. It instantly signals to a new viewer that this is a long-term project, not a random stream. This is good information, actually. This is good stuff. I just don't know how to do this yet. Like maybe we have an overlay that I start off the stream in where it shows this whole type of chart of all the sections in part 1 and part 2. The weekly State of the Union stream. This is your primary YouTube output. It needs a repeatable structure that it requires 0 script writing. You just talk through the week. Okay, the retrospective block. Okay, I don't know if I want to do it like that, but we'll see. Cut out the dead air. Of course. All right, I'm gonna have to think about this stuff. And then I'm gonna have to obviously get better at this. And yeah. All right, we are really not hitting any of these, right? We've got. I guess this is this we could still do. Oh, this is what I did today. Kind of. This is something we could still do. I need to make this. The one thing I did do was get all these up to date. So we've got all our summaries. Oh, look at this. We got some upvotes. I appreciate that, whoever did that. All right. Oh, we didn't even get into Fiverr. I'll look at Fiverr at some point, or maybe we do that another time. We could do that tomorrow, maybe. I think I'm a little beat now. That would be the question. For edit, so for now we could start. We're gonna need maybe editing prospects, and then we also need the side projects. It's got to be Dom. It's that one Redditor shares your doc on the JP sub. True. Yeah. I don't even know. Like, did that person even see my return? Like, well, there will always be a mystery. Is that last stream summary? What's the last stream summary? The 119. Smoothies on the ceiling. Why does it care about donuts? Do we talk about donuts here? Donut? Or are we talking 117 donut? Which, We cracked the code on grinding. Oh. Donut. Oh. Evolutionary psychology discussion into a debate about donuts. They consistently challenge the view's claims. Alright, the legend of Grug and the donut. We watched a segment comparing modern social anxiety to a caveman. Okay, what was Grug about? Was it like a single video that we watched where someone mentioned Grug? With Onion and Helmet arguing that destroying a donut in the in the middle of Duncan is a valid minor fear. Okay, I was wondering why, and then it got you down here as well. Nice. Yeah, I was trying to think, like, when did we talk about donuts? But it was literally one comment you made. Chris was talking about fear in the modern age, but then I was like, that was with Grug too. Oh, I see. Oh, that's what it was. Chris was talking, and then we were like, Grug experienced stuff like that as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's sometimes it just like it hyper focuses on one thing and it like says it 5 times, which is a bummer. But I don't know. Who knows? It's just for the records. Someone someday will make a nice compilation or some analysis. They're gonna figure out how many times you've won streamer of the day, chatter of the day. Yep. But until then, those will just sit there collecting dust. All right. Yeah, let's call it. I could do. Yeah, so the one thing that we have to watch out for, which is kind of crazy, a little bit of a bummer, is that this January theme, attention focus, does not cover emotions. And we have the whole emotion regulation section not done yet. Or like we haven't really like looked into researching this. Cognitive function, I mean, I guess we haven't looked into researching that either. And then we've got automatic behaviors, which is all stuff for that's all stuff for biases and habits. February, but maybe this could be like meditation and emotions. Like maybe we do that. That would be good because that allows us to actually do all that in one go. And then by the time, okay, maybe this could be end. Like maybe emotions and cognition, because we still need to go over those things. I mean, I guess technically cognition's here. Maybe we do that. Maybe we just focus on cognition. It's a terrible way to go about it, but cognition we could try to do during the last 9 days we got here. Oh no, what's going on? Look at my other quote. Neurochem 5. Because I launched this and subsequent meditate the stress away. What is that? What, did you miss that stream? That's what I said. I spilled a smoothie on my ceiling. Smoothies in the nerves. So it was a full thing of smoothie. It takes it so seriously, and I don't know how it fell. Like I still can't understand how this happened, but like it fell in such a way where obviously it just like made a huge mess. It took me like 30 minutes to clean this whole thing up, but I thought I had like figured out the mess just looking at my kitchen, and then I looked up and I saw that it was on the ceiling as well, and I just started laughing. But then I was pretty upset after like 10 minutes of cleaning because there was so much to clean. It was ridiculous. It was a full smoothie. So I was a little little bummed out about that one. But we got through it. We got to the other end. We got to laugh at a meme. True. But I did lose a smoothie. So these AI stream summaries are they are crazy, yeah. But yeah, I think they're especially funny though if you so actually yeah, they're pretty funny if you were there, right? The Great Onion, well, the tragedy was that it got canceled, right? That pot friend got kicked out. That's the tragedy. When was that? 15? Nah. Oh, it's like half the stream summary. 112. And the grave. Yeah. The emote overhaul. Okay, no, wait. Well, okay, it didn't put it in this. That's fine. Did you mention it? Podfriend, yep. Their emotional journey regarding the removal of Podfriend was the narrative arc we didn't know we needed. It's invested. Oh yeah, we got a highlight of the day. We discovered that it's been nuked from the platform. Literally 1984 bomb. Oh geez, and then did it get you down here as well? Nah, no pot. Right? Yeah. And we didn't even get a key concept pot friends, which we should have gotten. That would have been pretty neat. Yeah, I know. It uses the same language. It's so lame. We could at some point update this. Right? We could say make sure not to say these phrases. And then we could just say like we didn't know we needed, or we're finally doing this, blah blah blah, you know, some of the usual stuff. Leave it, these are hilarious. Yeah, like we could just keep it as the same thing. And I think I don't use this anymore because it didn't. Oh, it's because I never actually use multiple stream summaries in the same Gemini conversation because it starts conflating information from each, and that ruins the entire point. Continuing the conversation, conclude the entire post with a friendly open-ended question. Okay, nice. All right, I'm gonna call it, but we will be back. I'm gonna have full energy tomorrow, and we will do affective realism. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm excited for this one. I know I literally just like 3 days ago said that I'm not about any realism, but if there was a realism that we are closest to, it's gonna be affective realism, I think. So that'll be tomorrow. All right. See you later. Thanks for chilling on you, Helmet. If anyone else is here, thank you. Or if anyone else watches later, thank you. And have a good rest of the day. See you later.